Coming up on this episode of MTV News, we interview Miss Forey, talk about gender and identity, and learn how old Del Paso Manor really is. Stay tuned for all this and more, only on MTV News. Welcome to our winter edition of MTV News. My name is Marco. We have an amazing episode for you today. First up, we remind you of the rules of a rainy day recess. That includes recess and lunch.
On rainy days, it's important to know the lunch procedures. They are important to follow in order to be safe and maintain order. The rainy day procedures include eating outside, wearing your mask after you're done with your lunch, hands and feet to yourself, and no running in the classroom. What's your favorite thing to do when it's a rainy day recess?
I like to go inside and play with board games.
Name one procedure you follow and why.
I respect the board games and I play nice because respecting other people's property is the right thing to do.
Be sure to follow these procedures to keep yourself safe and make DPM a better place to be.
Speaking of recess, it's important that we talk about how to go down the slide.
It is important for students to use the slides the correct way. Using it the wrong way, you could get hurt.
Like, watch out for people if people are here right there and you can slide.
Could you please move?
Okay. Don't block the slide and make sure to stay on one side.
No, not like that.
Slide down or not go down by our belly or backwards.
Yeah, like that.
Using the slide the correct way makes recess better for everybody.
Now, it's time for Miss Norman's class to play some ball.
We had the opportunity to play kickball because my class earned 10 golden horseshoes. There are a lot of benefits of playing with my students and watching them play kickball together, but I think the most important is we're building relationships.
As I get to spend time with people I never really spend time with in my class, I think it's a good way to make friendships and it's a good teamwork activity.
Hanging out and getting to know each other better, it just seemed like a really nice experience.
Kickball builds community because we're playing together as a team.
It helps us work together because if you don't work together in kickball, then it's not fun.
We actually made the decision to not keep score. I wanted to put all the energy into working together and having fun and just enjoying the experience. And instead the focus was how many compliments can we give. At the end we didn't even know the score, but everybody was laughing and having a great time.
With all the germs going around, it's important that we talk about how to use the water fountain safely.
How many times have you seen a student putting their mouth on a drinking fountain? Putting your mouth on a drinking fountain faucet spreads germs. When using the drinking fountain, keep your mouth a few inches away from the faucet, like this. So the next time you grab a drink from a drinking fountain, remember to keep your mouth a few inches away and not directly on the fountain.
Since Miss Forey is new to DPM this year, let's learn a little bit more about her.
While Miss Sheree is new to the DPM campus this year, she is not new to the music profession.
Originally, I was actually an oboe player. So I played a very specific instrument and I spent a lot of hours every day doing it. I played in orchestras and wind ensembles and all kinds of different chamber groups. And my goal was to be a professional oboist.
Miss Sheree shared that while she loved performing, she was hoping to give back to others within the community by becoming a teacher.
I think back when I would play in orchestras more often, sometimes being with such a large group of musicians and making really powerful music in person with everyone was just the most inspiring thing ever to me. And it helped me heal a lot of emotional things that were going on with me, and I think that I just wanted to share that with others and make sure that other people also get to have that experience. Because to me, the most powerful thing about music was experiencing making it myself.
Speaking of listening to music, we asked Miss Farie about the types of music she enjoys listening to.
But to me, it matters if the music is thoughtful and if I feel good when I hear it. My bottom line is I really like specific pieces of music from lots of different genres of music. I also play music for enjoyment, more than just listening to music, which is nice too.
When she is not playing or listening to music, Miss Free has lots of hobbies that she enjoys.
I have a big garden, and I also love hiking. I just love being outside and riding my bike and walking, and really just I like being outside.
Those are some interesting facts on Miss Free. That's it for this segment on Winter News.
Our school got a complete overhaul last year. I wonder how old DPM really was. Who were the first students? Let's learn a little more.
DPM has changed a lot over the course of 70 years. We interviewed 3 former students that went to school here to hear their stories, experiences, and learn a little more about what DPM was like many years ago.
We did a lot of great field trips. Like we went to Marin Headlands and some other great places. I just remember being on the bus with all our friends and staying the night. We had bunk beds, and the girls stayed in one bunkhouse and the boys stayed in another.
I loved the field trips. We did Marin Headlands, Point Reyes, Yosemite. Yosemite was probably the best. I'd never been there. We stayed in a cabin with our friends, and we got to hike up to Bridalveil Falls and Half Dome, and that was awesome. That was in 6th grade.
I would say what I most look forward to every year was a play. We always did a play every year. We did a musical one year. We did a melodrama another year. In 5th grade, we did Romeo and Juliet.
I enjoyed all the plays that we did. Nutcracker.
As far as traditions, I don't remember any. We had a basketball team that was really, really good, and I remember going to a lot of basketball games.
The former students told us about their observations on what the campus was way back when.
The classrooms were quite large because the classes were large.
The playground was cool. There were lots of basketball courts and a swing and slide area, and then a huge grass area.
The school we now know was very different 70 years ago. It is our job to continue making memories here on the new DPM campus.
Speaking of blasts from the past, check out this 6th grade class learning more about history.
The 6th grade students in Mr. Rez's class did a beautiful job presenting their Mesopotamia writing projects.
Our purpose was to show our students what it was like to write in cuneiform writing.
It was hard, it took a lot of tries, but eventually it worked.
Let's see how Mr. Rez explains the process of making this project.
The process was really simple. We first wrote it on paper, so they had their own paper that they could decode and create their own writing. After writing on paper, we went to clay. We used chopsticks. Then after using the chopsticks, they painted it.
The 6th graders had an opportunity to share their hard work.
How did you feel sharing your projects with the 5th grade class?
Fun and happy. I felt okay.
It felt good to share information that we learned.
Mr. Rez's class made amazing pieces of art.
You know, it's kind of hot for January. There's no mud at all, right?
Three normal humans are going about their day. They unintentionally slip in the evil white grass of doom. The three use evasive flailing tactics to try to escape its grasp. All their picking is annoying the lord of carnivorous plants, and it decides to consume them. The kids' strategy has worked. They have escaped. These kids have been lucky, but others may not. The end.
Gender and identity is an important topic in 2022. Let's learn more about it here on the DPM campus.
Appearance doesn't equal gender. Just because a student dresses feminine or masculine doesn't mean they identify as the gender that might correlate with the style. Don't assume their gender or pronouns. Ask them. Did you know that the San Juan Unified School District has an April commitment for educational justice? Our school district is working hard to help students feel accepted and safe, and so are we. Here at DPM, we support others. This includes our LGBTQIA+ community. Students can help with this work by following these 3 points. Be more accepting of other people and their differences. Don't call out your judgments. Seek to understand them and their perspectives. A law passed in 2013 called AB 1266 states that students who identify outside of the gender binary have rights to use the bathroom and gender-segregated activities that they identify with. You can also help others feel comfortable and heard by talking about things that aren't always equal in our community. Boys and girls shouldn't be segregated in group activities. This isolates groups that do not identify with one or the other. We are trying to expand and prioritize student voice. Your voice matters. Don't be afraid to speak up if you see people being treated unfairly due to their gender and identity. If students are comfortable, teachers should ask their class what their pronouns are so we can use them correctly and not offend anyone. Remember that how you act or look does not define you.
You are who you are and you feel how you feel.
There is power in difference.
That's all the time we have for on MTV News. I'm Marco, signing off. See you next time on MTV.